When did you get involved in this?
I'm not involved, but with John comes me.
Well, he's gonna test the car out once it's done.
Good morning. Welcome to Garage. So last time you saw, we took a little break on the K truck. We got some work done on the shark cart in preparation for our new burn yard, which we're gonna be out there for a grand opening March 2nd, 3 p.m. You can try out. We will judge you. We'll judge you really hard, but come try it out. But that leads us to today, where we're back on the K truck. So to bring you up to speed on where we were with this, we picked it up from Arc Performance for our boys, Peter and James Dean of the Word House Drift team. They want to use this as their pit truck. So after we got this thing here, we ripped the motor out knowing we were gonna take it out and replace it, and then we 3D scanned everything. Then we picked up a 13B, which was the entire thought process behind this, was picking up a 13B rotary to put in here. We got that from Vargas. We got a mock-up engine and we mocked it up in there, made some motor mounts, redesigned the whole cross member, but we have a lot going on now and we have a whole lot more excitement because we sent off a 3D print. That chair slayer came over here, 3D printed everything so we could send it to Japan for K-Mira to make us a body kit. Here's a little message from K-Mira.
TRA 今回はハードコアのジュンさんからの依頼でフーニガン用に51エブリをデザイン制作しています。もう大体できたんですけども、大変やったところはこの車こっちダンプするんです。なんでこれ買ったんでしょうか。真っ赤はかっこよくなったんで、完成楽しみにしておいてください。
Now we're really excited because we can see what the end result should be like. So we have to go map everything out. So today, what we're going to do, first we're gonna map out the fuel. Everything's gonna be E85 now. So this system's obsolete. Taking that out, figure out what we need to replace it with, get that ordered. Number two, we're gonna have to come up with a coolant design. It's gonna be very hot, very small space to work with. We're gonna have to come up with something a little bit smarter than that. That moves us to number three, which is the intake and exhaust. We need to get moving on that, getting the correct flanges. We're gonna do individual throttle bodies, which is gonna be kind of a tricky setup with the space we have, and then exhaust as well. Number four is heat protection. It's already dangerous right now because you're sitting on top of a motor. So we're gonna have to come up with something to shield the drivers and also make sure that we're safe and that it's kind of comfortable. So number five, we're gonna get the motor and assemble it because we were waiting for a few things to come from New York. Vargas finally got them, and we're gonna build that motor. He's gonna teach me a few things because I don't know anything about a rotary, and then we're gonna get the final install of the motor. All right, so looking into this stock fuel system here, it's a little bit funky. I almost kind of want a different fuel cell, but we'll see if we can manage with this one. I think we can. This was just a sending unit, kind of what we thought. I just wanted to make sure. And then you can see over here, right there is where it's integrated into the tank. So what I'm thinking is we just grab a external fuel pump, shooting it forward. We'll get another inline fuel filter. We'll replace all these lines. We're just gonna have to pull those lines off and check and see which ones feed, which ones return, and then we'll go from there, but I feel like we have a pretty good idea of what should happen. So we'll get an inline fuel pump, inline fuel filter, and replace all the lines with something nicer. So next we're gonna move on to the cooling. You can see the factory radiator here. We'll just see if we can fit anything else there or if we need to move it to the rear. We'll measure it up and see. So, wow, this thing's pretty banged up. Wonder how that happened. 13 by 17. So back here actually you can see there's quite a bit of space. If you look up in here, there's a fan already on the back of this. If we get something bigger, like what I was thinking is probably from a Honda, but have a thicker core just so we have more volume. And then these lines are like miniature. That one's decent size, but the other one going to it is really small. So we want to replace all this garbage too. So I'm not terribly worried about the cooling. I thought it was gonna be a little bit harder than what it is. So I'm just gonna eliminate all of this junk. All right, so we cleaned all that out of the way and bashed this back. It was a little bit bent up. but we should be able to fit a decent sized radiator in there. And I took out all these old lines, they're just garbage. You can see they're just rotting through. We'll replace all of that and then rebuild some of this other stuff that's pretty bent up. This fan's pretty nice. I don't know how much it flows though, as far as CFM, so we might try and find something similar sized, just a little bit more powerful, because the 13B is gonna put out a lot more power, a lot more heat. Pretty happy with where that is. We can just look up online, order stuff today. We'll move on to the exhaust and intake and see what we have to get done there. What we're gonna do is get a flange set up for this to do the exhaust. We'll do it probably just neck them together right here and straight up out of the bed. The individual throttle bodies will sit here and here, and then we're gonna shoot it this direction, hopefully out the door, so the intake will come through the door. Should look pretty cool. However, with the body kit coming in, we don't wanna damage that at all. We don't wanna cut into it, so if that's gonna ruin that, we might change that up, but I'm gonna measure that stuff up and see what we have to get from Vargas, what throttle bodies we need, stuff like that. All right, so we kind of learned a lot today with the fuel system. We know we want to change everything out for the 85. From there, the cooling stuff, what I want to do is research probably a Honda radiator. I'm just gonna get something that can fit. Probably reuse that fan. If not, I'll find one similar size. For the heat protection, we know we have to build a panel here. So I'm gonna order a sheet of aluminum and then also some heat tape and wrap that whole thing. That's all we have today. Tomorrow, we'll catch up with Vargas and get the motor. It's the weekend. We're here, working on this. Got all these tools set up. TA truck down. What are you pulling out of there, Vargas?
The old engine, because that's the engine we're actually gonna build the truck.
So these are our new housings.
Yep. That was the whole process that they were just machining the housing to go through, and that's called semi-peripheral. Full is like a whole 2-inch pipe.
Really?
Yeah. So these are already ported. They were CNC ported by machine. This one, that's how they come like that, but I always clean it up a little more. Just like a
lip?
little, yeah, a lip. I just make it really smooth. And so this is RX-8 rear counterweight, RX-8 sector shaft, and then Racing Beat single belt pulley. So we're only gonna run the alternator. That's it.
Right. Cool, man. Well, we've got a lot to do. By we, I mean you've got a lot to do.
Me and Mochi will get it done.
Yeah.
What's this piece called? So rear side housing, middle side housing, front side housing. Yeah, these are junk.
These are the old housings?
Yeah.
But you gotta take these out?
Yep.
Is that basically just an exhaust port then?
Yeah.
So why are they separate?
Different years came with different ones. The N8 one came with a little sleeve here, just to help burn the gas extra, so for emissions. And since these are turbo, they're open. So FCs have almost like a VTEC style intake when you'll be over certain RPM, so you get extra. But they're always
so
up and dirty because of the carbon. It's part of the intake manifold. It has like a little flapper, and then in the outside of it is a vacuum diaphragm.
oh, wow.
It's just more. It was to give you low end torque because you only had this little port, and then for the high end, it'll open up this one.
That's cool. Didn't know that. Here you got Vargas welding it to the table. So what do you got going on?
To get him out, this is a roll pin. You basically just kind of build the weld up so you can get to it some pliers and get the roll pin out. So after you get them out, I had to go to the store and buy 4 new ones.
Wow, that comes out really easily.
Yeah, I just had to clean all the carbon buildup on it.
Yeah, man, these things
And
get
then
gross.
slap them on, build new housings.
Cool.
And then push it in there. So
Oh, yeah.
it's out of the way. Flip it. That's it.
So what do you mark?
Just basically just stenciling it out so I can scratch it to
Gotcha.
mark how big the porting is going to be. Because some rotaries, you make power by porting it. If you don't port it, you don't make any power. Doesn't matter what you do to it.
What's going on over here?
I'm just,
When did you get involved in this?
I'm not involved, but with John comes me.
Well, he's going to test the car out once it's done. Make sure it's good for you.
Sorry, James. I'll allow you guys to have my Vargas. Have a nice day.
See ya.
The intake ports are this small, so we're opening up that big.
You're just gonna trim it down with this?
This, and you smooth it out with the rock one. And then after that, you polish it with the sanding plate. Even though I have the porting template in my head, I still have to mark it so I don't lose the line that I need to follow. So the fuel from the injectors and the air from the coming into the throttle body is going to go through here and then go into the engine to this side. And then once the combustion happens over here, it's going to ignite and then come out the exhaust. These are called 6-port engines because they have 2, 4, and 6. But now it's technically 8-port engines because you're adding 2 more.
What?
So you have an 8-port. So this little thing can make, on a safe tune, you can make 200 easily. Aggressive, 250. Well, call Brad, tell him get the
I
nozzle.
don't think this thing's gonna need that much.
And so clean it up, put the seals in, put lube on here, do all the same plates, and then you can basically just throw it together.
Sick.
But that whole process takes forever. One of the steps to basically getting the engine ready is cleaning the rotors. Since we got the rotors side cut, so when you're at high RPMs, if you don't side cut them and balance them, the rotor starts moving around and you start hitting the plates and messing up the engine. So cutting it closes this groove down because it's supposed to fit this seal in it. But right now that seal does not fit in here because it's closed in. So I mean, a simple step is just going like this, and you can see as it's going, it's opening the hole a little bit. You can tell the difference from here to here now.
For sure.
So to do that, and then I always use a bad side seal and just sharpen the inner and just start scratching the inside of it to get all the carbon out of there. But these, the important thing is that they have to stay for what it is. So this rotor, it has to be in the front of the engine. So when we're cleaning, I have to keep marking it that is front, because if I actually mix them up, it throws the whole balancing off.
They look identical.
They look identical, but they're different weights. But after doing all the seals, then it's pressing in the bearings. I mean, this is a scary part because it has a tiny margin for error. Like if you don't do it right, you have to press it out again. And if you press it out again, you start gouging the bearing. So you have to just take your time, mark it good, and then press it in perfectly.
Looks like you did a pretty good job. It's all pretty well assembled. We still have to get the flanges and stuff like this. We'll probably get that on Monday. So that kind of wraps us up. This is gonna have to be cleaned up, painted. Next time you'll see us assemble this, doing the exhaust work. But I feel like we're in a pretty good spot now. We have the motor, getting excited. So we'll see you next time. Garage bonus. It was a bonus garage. You know, you could comment and you could tell us what you think of the new body kit, because I'm very, very, very stoked on it. But you should click subscribe, keep watching so you can see the final result. Also, subscribe to our new channel, Hoonigan Daily Transmission. So you're gonna wanna come out March 2nd, 3 p.m., try out Hoonigan Daily Transmission live in front of your face. You can try out. You probably won't make it on the show because I don't think you have the stuff, but you can try.